Welcome to Paducah View. I'm Public Information Officer Pam Spencer. At this time of year, we all watch the weather closely, especially when the forecast calls for sleet, snow, or freezing rain. Paducah's Engineering Public Works Department is ready for whatever Mother Nature brings us. They use a combination of plows, granular salt spreaders, and brine. Joining me now is Engineering Public Works Street Superintendent Brandy to tell us about preparing for winter weather.
Well, the Engineering Public Works Department prepares for winter weather by obviously watching for advanced winter forecasts. Early in the winter season, we make sure that we have all of our salt boxes ready, our snow plows mounted on the trucks, make sure our brine tanks are working properly, make sure our brine system is working properly. We always do a dry run, if you will, long before there's the first winter weather forecast, just to make sure everything's ready to go. Brine is a water that is saturated with sodium chloride, which is essentially rock salt dissolved in water. We use it as a pre-treatment in clear or dry conditions. It's ideal and optimal to put it down on the roadways within 24 to 48 hours prior to the event. It works by creating a bonding layer on the pavement that will counteract with the snow or ice that hits the pavement. Sounds kind of cliche, but it's kind of like spraying a frying pan with nonstick spray so that your food doesn't stick to the frying pan. It makes the deterioration of the snow or ice happen a lot quicker by creating that layer of protection on the street. Some of the advantages of using the brine is obviously cost effectiveness. Your salt goes a lot farther. Not only in the materials cost, we save in having the advantage of applying it long before the storm happens. We can apply the pre-treatment under normal business hours. We don't have to work overtime, although sometimes that's necessary. Well, we actually do have a map of priority routes. That's exactly what we refer to them as, and that also includes all the bridges in town. We always hit the priority routes and the bridges first. Those are the streets that get the highest level of traffic on a routine basis, and we refer to all the other streets as secondary roadways. Those are the ones that we obviously hit once all the others are pre-treated. By being able to treat the roadways ahead of time, that also gives us more time to cover more area. So we'll start with the priority routes and the bridges and then immediately follow through with the secondary roadways. Well, following pre-treatment, if and when the weather event occurs, if there is accumulation, the brine will have already began activating the deterioration of that. But if there is significant accumulation, of course, we'll have to get the salt trucks out, which are mounted with the snow plows, oftentimes doing them both at the same time, pushing the snow and then spreading the salt to have any kind of remedial effect that they might have. In ideal situations, we're able to pre-treat and eliminate the use of a lot of the actual rock salt material. If we do have to resort to using just the pure salt, of course that's going to take a lot of our stockpile. But yes, definitely by using the brine system, the rock salt goes a lot farther, oftentimes 6 times as far. I would advise the public anytime they see a brine truck or a snow plow to obviously be cautious, slow down, be mindful of the conditions, the reason we're doing those things. Try to remember that oftentimes these activities are taking place at less than 40 miles an hour, which in city streets, most of our speed limits are less than that. Winter weather conditions don't always slow them down. But when you see work crews trying to work, let them work and be cautious, not only for yourself, but for them.
You may be wondering just how salty is that brine mixture. The brine is 23% salt. Compare that to the ocean, which has a salt percentage of only 3.5%. Spring is right around the corner. Stay safe on the roads, everyone. Thank you for watching Paducah View.